All right, we are live. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Okay, let's see. I think YouTube changed their API or something because the comment highlighter is broken. So I cannot. Let me try this again. I don't think I can highlight your guys' comments until they fix it. What the heck? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is going on? Can you guys still hear me or see me? I gotta check on my phone now. If I have to... I swear, OBS has been acting up. Can you guys see me right now and hear me? Yeah, it looks like you can. Yep. What is going on? Chrome. 1 second. My windows are all being weird. Pop out chat. Okay. Refresh this. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, it's not working. Okay. So, no comments on the screen, but I can still see you guys over here. So let's see. What up, Craig Lilly? What up, Chris? How did you do that? You seen this? How did you make it so that... Because I see something baby, but then when I highlight over what you typed, it changes. What is this sorcery? What up, Ant-Man? What up, Kale130? What up, Extreme Zone? Hello, Stang. Yo. I hope we jump... Damelin says, I hope we jump right into Bazzite Gaming. We're not going to jump into Bazzite right away, though. Maybe we jump into it so I can get the WoW install started, and then we go back. But yeah. Ant-Man, my Discord account... Wait, Ant-Man, what did Ant-Man say? Does anyone else's Discord account get hacked? No. I don't know if I even have an authenticator for Discord. Do they have an authenticator? Because, I mean, I have two-factor authentication, but in terms of, like, specifically authenticator. Ant-Man, did you get hacked? I feel like, Ant-Man, you're into some weird stuff. So, you getting hacked, if you did, not surprising. What up, Icon? What's up, Refused? Hello. Nope. How can I prevent my Discord from getting hacked every so often? I got two-step on and an authenticator app. Has anyone in the history of ever using Discord gotten hacked not doing shady things? I don't know, Ant-Man. You talking about hacking and getting banned from Monster Hunter and all that stuff? I feel like you're in some weird communities and you go to some weird websites and download some weird tools on your computer to do this stuff. So... Okay, what up, Hazard Me? Hello, Adam. Okay, people can hear me. Thank you for confirming. Would probably look into identity theft protection services. Yeah, I got hacked, but I got my account back. I just use leak sites like server dumps and cracked games. Well, that's could be some of the sources of it. Hello, Unk Ken, aka Doggy64. How you doing, Ken? Junior Ben says, yo, Danny, I saw Jesse was thinking about upgrading. Are you going to do his next build? Jesse knows how to build computers. I don't try to, like, force my way into building my friends' computers. I offer it, but I think if they want to build themselves and, like, hunt for their own parts, that's fine. They know they can come to me anytime, right? So I don't want to, like, impose my building services for people. I would gladly build it for him, but I don't know if Yeah, I mean, Jesse is a tinkerer, so I mean, I know his last build was a pre-built. I don't know why he bought a pre-built. It's an Alienware of all things, but he's built computers before, so we'll see. Our next LAN, we actually just set the date. It's gonna be in early May, or let me look at when was the exact date again. Our next LAN party, the date has been set. Let me turn this down. It's so bright. What part of May is it going to be in? It's going to be mid-May. So, yeah. So he'll probably still have his PC on that one, and then maybe I could bring up the thing like, hey, you want me to help you build a PC? But his PC right now is kind of crazy. Like he said, he has like 128 gigabytes of RAM in it, and with the price of RAM now for DDR5, I don't know if it just makes more sense for him to wait, because his PC is like very capable. It has a 3090 in it, and then an i9 something. So yeah, I don't know if it makes sense for him to try to, for the work that he does, he needs a lot of memory. So I don't know if going to DDR5 and upgrading for him works at the moment. Everyone at LAN should run a Linux distro. I keep on clicking on this thing, hoping your guys' message pops up, but it's not. Yeah, man. Hey, Icon, thank you for the 45 months of membership. 45 months? That's like almost 4 years. Has that been since the beginning of memberships? I forget. I forget if you started doing the memberships a few months after I opened them up or what, but thank you for the long-term support. I appreciate it. I did want to make potentially a video at LAN, maybe if I remember it, is having all my friends hop on a computer that I set up that has Bazzite, and then telling them to do basic stuff to see if they can navigate around Bazzite, you know, and at least be somewhat, you know, usable for them. It's kind of like a people seeing Linux for the first time type of reaction type video, but yeah. Honestly, with regards to this, I asked him about that, but the Alienware, especially he got the one in that triangle ugly ass PC case. Those I think have proprietary motherboards. I forget if it was in the footage or if I cut that part out of the video, but he was bringing up that like, yeah, I think they do use proprietary stuff in there. So I don't know if it's easily transferable to like a different case. If you allow DMs from server members, you can get spam from bot accounts sending you shady links. A lot of people I have seen get hacked that way. Yeah, definitely don't click on links from random strangers. I know someone who used to get constantly targeted by hackers. He'd lose access to his Battle.net, Steam, etc. all the time. Pretty sure his info got put in the leak dumps. But even if your info's in the leak dumps, how do they get around the two-factor authentication? Like, I guess if you lose your authenticator, how does one get access to it? Because that's what the hackers must be doing. They must be posing as the person, but you know, in these leak dumps, it has probably your name, your address, your phone number, maybe your social security number. So then a person can take that information and then go to Blizzard and be like, hey, I am this person. Can you help me unlock my WoW account? That's the only way I can see that happening, but still, if that's the case, I feel like with, you know, there's a bunch of famous people, you can probably easily look up their information or get access to it. I feel like people would be getting hacked more often than not, especially like influential people or YouTubers and people online. So I don't know. Hola, Tio Nob. What up, Courage? There are going to be a lot of Bazzite content. What up, Kin? I use Arch, by the way. Says Cosmic. Ant-Man has 64 gigs of DDR4. I want to get 128 gigs because I heavily mod games and run 4 monitors. Damn, if it is proprietary parts, that sucks. Half the fun is upgrading. Yeah, no, those Alienware computers, there's a reason why people make fun of it, and Gamers Nexus drags them. What's up, Adalonic Kit Creator? Hello, hello. Sup, HDZ? Sup. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. All the info, email, and then they get through somehow. Once he went further into MFA, it started happening less, but it really felt like identity theft more than typical user password leaks. Yeah. Just filled out a Ventoy Flash with Mint, Ubuntu, and Fedora as my GAT. Nice. Wait, Chris, how did you do the changing thingy? Your first message, when I highlight over it, it changes. Or are you not aware that that's what happened? Chris is like, I don't know what you're talking about. What art thou smoking? Okay, so you don't know what I'm talking about. Look, this is what I see on your first message. Okay, nothing is... Wait, what am I doing? Okay, come on. Okay, so this is you guys. So here's the chat. What is going on? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Okay. So what is this? 1 second. What is going on with this droid cam? Okay, we good? Let me reset it real quick. Okay. Droid cam does not want to work today. What is going on? I guess I can't show you, Chris, because everything seems to want to be broken today. Let me do this. Let me disconnect there. Maybe this will help it. Okay, I think we're good now. Something about hopping on the Wi-Fi messed it up. Okay, but here's your message at the top. Look at this. Your message is the only one that does this. I wasn't sure if you intentionally somehow did this. But yeah. Anyways, that was it. Auto translate. Weird. I think I typed a word in another language. But you didn't do that intentionally, right? Also, how's that auto-translate? Because it showed, like, baby and then yar. Like, that's not the translate. Or in what language or what translation does baby turn into yar? Yes, I can read this, Chris. And now I'm going to highlight over it. There we go. So, yar means baby in a specific... certain language, maybe? I can read this, and then it says Hola, puedes leer esto. So when I highlight over it, but that's kind of interesting how the first one, because both messages, well, baby didn't really make sense, but yar made sense. So weird. Danimo says, hi Danny, do you know if it's still okay to use Windows 10? I'm currently on it and I'm just wondering. Honestly, that's a better question for Chris or someone else who's in IT or knows more about network or security and network security and stuff like that. Technically, updates, I don't know if they've even actually stopped. In different parts of the world, I think they're continuing for another year or something like that. You can use Windows 10. I actually just used Windows 10 because I had an SSD when I stuck into a system not too long ago. It got updates, but I didn't take a look at what like the last update like date was, what month that was. You can still use Windows 10. I think as a non like cybersecurity or security expert, I think people are gonna say you're more vulnerable to, you know, malicious attacks if you're accessing the internet and things like that. But To what degree, I don't know. Security updates might continue depending on the version. Let's just assume they're home or pro version, right? If you have the LTSC, which is like the long-term, what the heck does LTSC stand for again? Long-term servicing channel. If you have that, then you'll get updates for, how long does LTSC extend beyond the end of date of typical Windows 10? It's like 10 years, 5-10 years. There is a version of Windows 10 you can get, which is not typically made available to consumers, that will have longer lasting support. But for people who don't have that, it was supposed to end October 2025, but then in like the EU or something they pushed it to go longer. But either way, you can still use it. I personally think if you're not doing sketchy, shady stuff online, then you will likely be fine for a while. But in terms of like when the actual cutoff date to where it gets to be really dangerous to like malicious attacks and stuff, I don't know. Windows 10 security updates via extended service update program stop in October 13th of 2026. Okay, so 1 year from when they originally said in 2025. If your browser has a firewall and use common sense online, browser software continues getting support for Windows 10, then you're most likely fine. Yeah, that's kind of like what I was thinking. Like a lot of things, just because support ends for something doesn't mean it just all of a sudden becomes obsolete. Like graphics drivers and stuff like that, and not updating. Actually, no, motherboard BIOS is not related, but yeah. Do I recommend it? I'm on Windows 11 on pretty much all my stuff now. I did run into a problem, but I don't think it's Windows 11 related, because going back to Windows 10 wouldn't help it. I have a build video, or I have a build related video coming up, and League of Legends didn't work for it because the hardware I have in the system does not support TPM 2.0. But even if I downgraded to Windows 10, I was reading online that League of Legends in 2024 made it a requirement to have hardware that is compatible with TPM 2.0, and so that's not a Windows 10 thing. Even if I reverted the system back to Windows 10, it would not work. It's for their anti-cheat Riot Vanguard thingy. So sorry, that was kind of a tangent, unrelated. I was gonna say, oh, Windows 10 might be useful for people who are running games that, you know, aren't, when their hardware's not officially supported by Windows 11. But I don't know what specific game that would be. Let's see. There are Windows XP and Windows 7 computers still in corporate environments. You'll be fine, just stick to safe browsing practices. That is a good point, Chris. Yeah, there are people who have never even updated to Windows 10, so should be good. You're more likely to encounter an app or game that won't work than to get hit by a virus or hacker or scammer. That's likely what will force you to update first. Thank you for chiming in. Windows 10 IoT LTSE goes until 2032. So that's another 6 years. Okay. Quick question. How long do you think my PC is going to last me? I have an i9 1490. Okay. Your PC should last you like at least 5 to 6 years if you have a 5090 14900K. Okay, so we've been chilling for almost 20 minutes. Let's get on to the main topics. Man, this really sucks that I can't bring up your guys' comments. I feel so weird talking to you guys, referring to your comments without it popping up on the screen. So that is annoying balls. I might have to look to a different method of doing that. But I guess now I can just point here and do it. Okay, let's talk about the RAM thing. So, if you have been online in the last week or so, there's been a lot of people talking about potential, like, you know, RAM prices are finally gonna go down. It's like lightening up and all of that. And part of it is due to the, what is it? OpenAI promised RAM orders. Well, there's a big story that broke within, I think, like the last week. So they basically made a promise. They weren't like actual contracts. Where is it? Suspend order due to shortages. OpenAI serve. No, come on. What do I have to type in for that? memory orders. Accused of triggering hardware crisis. Okay, yeah, we know that. Basically, they didn't actually have contracts in place to procure all the RAM. They essentially made a letter of intent, I think it was. That's what it was. OpenAI, or letter of intent purchase memory. Limited capacity order shift. Okay. How can I not find this? I just saw so many articles and reports of it within the last week, and now when I try to find it, oh, Micron sends letter of intent to okay, nope, that's not it. Letter of intent memory. OpenAI locked up 40. Here it is. So that was about a week ago. Is there any other articles on this? So essentially what happened was Sam Altman flew to Seoul, signed letters of intent with Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix, the two largest chip makers, targeting 900,000 DRAM wafers starts per month. And then both agreements were letters of intent, preliminary expressions of interest, carrying no enforceable purchase obligations. The market did not read it that way. Okay. So where is... We know they are scrapping Sora, but where is the part where whether or not they're actually going to... So the letter of intent is what caused the market to kind of go bullish, but where is it? Was there anything about them backing out? Oh, what's up, SWO? Gotta go. Scam Altman made non-binding promises buying RAM law, and he doesn't have enough cash flow. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the part where is it confirmed that he's actually not going to buy any of that RAM or only buy some of it. Let me see if there's a more recent article. Letter of intent. Several letters of intent and related to the infrastructure. Let's see. Which this is a good thing, right? If he, at least for consumers, if he and all the other megacorps that are trying to like get into this the AI race, if they don't end up utilizing this and it just becomes, you know, unallocated wafers or whatever, then maybe they can actually make consumer memory and sell them, and we could fix the situation. Yeah, I see that the purchase orders were never real, but where is the... Those deals were letter of intent, not binding, no RAM. Actually changed hands, but the market treated them as real. DDR4 case that should have been oversupplied doubled. Retailers stopped posting prices entirely. Okay. Yeah, I don't care that they caused it. It's whether or not they're actually gonna follow through with buying any of it. No RAM actually changed hands, but the market treated them as real, and that's why the price jumped. Yeah, we saw that. Now DDR5 prices are finally dropping in their first time in a few months, which we're going to take a look at in a second. I bet Micron feels pretty stupid right now. Here's one thing I will say about that. If Micron goes back to selling consumer memory, I think people are going to forget about this and just buy from them so long as their ballistics, because their ballistics brand, if they like brought that back to life or whatever, I think people are just going to buy it if the price is right. People do not care about these things. Everyone says they want to hold companies accountable, but at the end of the day, people forget quickly, and if the thing serves their purpose for the right price, they're going to buy it and support it anyways. So every company has done this. Asus has screwed over their customers. People are still buying Asus products. Graphics cards, motherboards, freaking peripherals, all of that. Gigabyte, with their exploding power supplies years ago, people are still buying Gigabyte stuff. NZXT, with their H2 or H1, whichever tower that was catching fire. And NZXT with their PC rental company scam thing that happened even recently. People are still buying NZXT products. Nobody actually cares about any of this stuff. Some people do, but the vast majority of people that don't. So Micron, regarding to your comment, Micron's gonna look real stupid. I don't think they really care. They can get back in the consumer space and it'll be like nothing happened, unfortunately. Because there's no real ways to hold these companies accountable in mass. Don't get me wrong, I still buy ballistics. Exactly. So going back to that though, so that was probably like the big here. Oops, I need to log into my Discord. Let me go here. Okay. But going back to it, so Linus had a video, DDR5 prices kind of crashing. Chinese memory vendors are warning of severe losses in DDR5 memory, or prices drop more than 30% in a matter of days. Okay, so if you type in RAM prices, within the last week, there's been a number of reports. DDR5 2 days ago posted on PC Build, DDR5 memory prices just took a noticeable dive. Big RAM price drops 5 days ago from Brett of UFD Tech, friend of the channel. So let's actually take a look at if all this is just clickbait. And one thing that we do have to note is that maybe these price drops might not have been realized yet. It might take a little bit more time, but 370, I think from week to week, these are about the same. I'm just gonna, what is Corsair? Jeez, I just typed in DDR5 and Corsair, aside from this Crucial one. Like Corsair. How did they get the top SEO? Here's Crucial. Here's look at some G skill. We'll look at a Crucial one. What is this one? 318 white acclimator. Well, no, we're checking to see if they decreased. We don't know if they actually did. I mean, yeah, I guess if we look at the last month, it was riding along for a while. It's like a 3 months, I guess. Since the beginning of the year, 350, 370, now it's down to like 320. So we see a price drop there. Let's look at the month. Oh my god, why is this so disgusting looking? If we look at new here, oh my god, we look by week. This one, barely a price drop. Let's look at G skill. Look at the week. This one's just fluctuating back and forth like $5, so no, not really. Here's within the last week. I mean, we saw lower prices back here. And then even a month ago, so at 380 right now, yeah, like within the last month, there's been lower prices than that. So because this news kind of just broke, or everyone's starting to report within the last couple of days to a week, they might be talking about incoming price decreases, because I'm not seeing prices like decreasing like right now. Yeah, this is like flat line across. Here's laptop memory. I haven't even looked at laptop memory in a long time, but yeah, this is pretty much flat across the board. And here's a Vengeance kit. This one, I think, yeah, flat across the board. So unfortunately, memory prices still suck unless you have a Micro Center, because they've been bundling some good deals. I think Newegg have had some decent deals, and Woot last week had a pretty good deal. So let's take a look at those. What up, Indecline? Oversupply DDR5, it will eventually flood the market. Yeah, but when is that going to be? And also, are these companies going to try to slowly trickle them out so that they can profit as much as possible, instead of, if there's an oversupply all like made available at the same time, the prices will plummet. And I don't know if that's considered, would these manufacturers be losing money? It's, unless they allocated more resources and spent more on raw materials, because they knew the return was going to be much higher due to the inflated costs. But then now it's going to come down. They could report less profit than they would have, but I don't know if they would actually lose money if RAM prices went back to their original prices before all this bull. Can we go back to affordable gaming? Only idiots are buying AI stuff. It's slowly trending down. It's going kind of way too slow. Actually, if anything, do I need to offload my RAM before the prices go down too much and then just buy it back? Tax refund week. Newegg is having a sale. I think all the price increases height. Yes, they may sell actual costs. We will see. Dude, before all this happened, we were eating good with RAM prices for the last couple of years. Like 32 kits, 32 gigabyte kit of DDR4 memory for like $60 or something. $90 for 32 gigs. $80 to $90 for DDR5. We were almost eating too good. It's most likely going to be Q3 where RAM really drops, or end of year. That's still better than initial projections, which were looking towards 2027 or beyond. So, who remembers when RAM was 30? Which RAM was 30? Like 16 gigs of DDR4? Because I don't remember DDR5 ever being that cheap. Okay, but tax refund week. Look at this. Newegg is trying to prey on people and their tax return instead of making smarter financial decisions and putting that into savings or investing it or something. They want you to take your tax refund and spend it at Newegg on computer parts that are overpriced right now. But let's take a look at what we got here. $500 16 gig 5060 Ti. Oof. 9800 X3D for $470. That's pretty standard. 14400F 8 gigabyte 5060 build for $1050. That's also pretty standard. 5700X 560 build with 16 gigs of RAM. What? Oh man, these pre-built prices suck. What does this one have? This has a 5070, yeah, $1,700 with a $500 class card in here. 9060 XT 16 gigs, $450. That's a big oof. Yeah, I don't know if I can recommend that. I'd pick up a $300 something 3080 at that price, even with only 10 or 12 gigs. Ended up owing on my taxes, says Chris. Feels bad, man. A part of think that they'll never go down the low. Yeah, everything has a price floor. Nothing will ever go down like below their like inherent value. Exactly. Just like, well, during like a housing crisis and crash, houses will go down a lot further than typical. But yeah, it's kind of like old PC hardware. If it's something that is usable and you can still browse the internet, play some games on it and stuff, it will never go even close to $0. I saw a kid of RAM on sale, almost bought it, but then I realized it was probably a sign that prices were going down, so I should wait. That is true. If you can wait, just wait. Nothing like buyer's remorse. They announced the official price or whatever of the 9950 X3D2, right? But here's the X3D1 for $675. Where's the memory? 32 gigs for what is so special about this RAM that is going for $460 when we just saw a bunch of kits on Amazon for $3 something. Are they giving me like a free video game? What is this? Newegg. What is this? A Corsair kit? So this one's not the same because it's CL38. Where's the CL30 kits? 6400 CL36. I would say this is pretty comparable. The true timings would be 6400 CL32 equivalent to this. For most people, they're essentially going to be the same kits. But yeah, 400 versus during this sale for 460. But where's the other one? 6000 CL36. Yeah, CL36 is fine. So where was the Crucial kits? 64 GCL 32. That's for $399. This one's going for $350 for 5600. Wow, this is laptop memory. Okay, but yeah, not exciting to say the least. SWO Gotta Go says, I don't expect these prices to drop until early 2027, and that's uncertain because of the Strait of Hormuz being actually closed right now until who knows when. Till early 2027, I feel like the projections right now are thinking that the prices are going to drop to much more reasonable levels sometime this year in 2026. That's $112 per 8 gig. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I use my taxes to buy my GPUs, etc. I get a lot of back taxes since I have 5 kids. That's what is it? We did our taxes. What is the child 2026 child tax break? It's like $2,200 per child. You get $11,000 back in your taxes. Wait. One big beef discredit index inflation has refundable portion. Oh, okay. But $2,200 per qualifying child. At one point in time, well, let's see. Yeah, I think I know of people who have 8 kids and they were under 17. Though this was years ago, so I don't know how much they would have got back in taxes. But that's a lot of money. I predict 32 gig set will cost $200 range at the end of the summer. That would be pretty ideal. I think, look, I know RAM used to be like $100 for 32 gigs, but all things considered, if it goes down to 200, which is still double the price, you can look at it like, oh my god, that is 2 times or 100% price increases. Or you can look at it like it's an extra $100. Yes, that is not an insignificant amount of money. But on a $2,000 build, an extra $100 to have your PC build done and like awesome and be able to use it, that's way better than what people are having to buy right now, if they're buying RAM right now at like quadruple the price. I just realized, can we go to the test bench? I wanted to get, and we'll go back to talking RAM once this is done. So I wanted to see later on in stream if we can finally get Crimson Desert to work. Maybe we can work through the troubleshooting as a group. But I want to install WoW on this Bazzite system just to see. So how to install WoW on Bazzite. 1 year ago, used Lutris to install Battle.net client. Okay. Where do I get Lutris from? Is that from the little bazaar? So let me do this real quick. Lutris. Nope. Open gaming platform. Okay. So, you know how you guys told me to always do sudo? Actually, let me see if I can get it through sudo. Sudo command for Lutris. Depending on your Linux distro, sudo command install Lutris varies. Okay. What was Bazzite based off of? Here, I'm trying to do not use sudo to run Lutris as it breaks file permissions. Wait, what? Bazzite, being an atomic, immutable Fedora-based system, typically does not require sudo to install Lutris. It is usually pre-installed. Oh, is it? Do I already have it? Oh, hey, look. I didn't even need to get it. Okay. So use this to install Battle.net launcher. or Battle.net client, which can then install WoW for add-ons. I don't need add-ons. WoW has made it so that you don't even really need add-ons anymore. So this is what Lutris, this thingy, I think. You say it like this, oh, it's Lutris. Then how come it's Linux and not Linux? English, am I right? Okay, Damlin's like, Bazzite, I'm awake. Yo, where did it go? Where did Lutris go? Hello? Wait, configure... video game preservation platform. Is this supposed to open up? I see the little thing. Huh. Lee Knox. I've returned to WoW after being away 1.5 years. I still have to run about 12 add-ons to make it work for me. And I consider that a slimmed down suite of add-ons. The new WoW though, I thought they basically made it so that add-ons don't work anymore and you have to use the built-in WoW ones. Did they not kill add-ons? Or did they only kill the major ones that people loved, like DPS meters and stuff like that? I don't follow WoW too closely these days. I wish I could play WoW, but you know, MMOs and having a lot of free time, they kind of go hand in hand. Okay, so how come this is not, Lutris is not doing its thing? Lutris not opening up. I'd create another oh wait, what? Here we go. Lutris refuses to start. When absolutely nothing visual happens when clicking on the launcher icon. Am I even getting error logs? Okay, anyone having similar issues? This is the Flatpak. Please use that copy. Okay. I do like seeing more Linux stuff exposure on gaming. It's becoming more viable option. I think Linus recently made a video also, like within the last day or two, that was like, Windows is pushing more people to Linux, I mean. So do I gotta do this? Remove it. Log out, log back in. Okay, wait. Remove the Flatpak. Desktop file not removed. Okay. Log out and log back in. This is how, if I'm doing this troubleshooting wrong, then so be it. This is how I feel like a typical person would have gone. I mean, they may have looked more into it, but again, for the entertainment value, we just go YOLO. So does this work? Nope. Where am I supposed to, do I gotta do... Is there a specific terminal to uninstall Flatpaks? That's not the typical one. Remove, install Heroic Launcher. Remove, well, I'm trying to remove Lutris right now. Let's see. Oh, I guess I could just do it like, you mean like this? Remove from favorites, add to edit, uninstall or manage add-ons. I guess I could do it there. Yeah, I guess. But it wasn't in here, was it? Wait, I don't have a Flatpak version. I actually have the pre-installed one that comes with it, right? That's what this thread is talking about. It's saying don't grab a Flatpak version. They pre-installed it natively, so how do I get rid of that one? Let's see, uninstall. Nope. Bazzite is immutable. Okay, yes, I remember this. You guys have talked about this. You gotta do work to get rid of installed software. So I can't get rid of it. But I can't even run it. So what's going on? Edit application. Yeah, wait, no. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Okay, guys. Well, if you're a World of Warcraft player, let's see. Lutris not. I don't manage to get Lutris. Okay. So I've been using Bazzite for some time now. Cannot get Lutris to work. I tried to install Epic Games. Does trick, shows me the login icon. Okay. Lutris is a bit tricky, but use Heroic. Someone else just told me that in chat. For God. Okay, sure. Use Heroic for Epic. Okay, we're just gonna use Heroic then. Which I can... I think I can get from the bazaar. Heroic. There it is. Install Heroic. Let's go. Maybe reboot. I've already rebooted. I rebooted before stream because I did the system updates just to get that out of the way. And so I did do a reboot like 15 minutes before stream started, and there was no updates after that, so it shouldn't have needed a reboot. Hey, what's up, Joe P? What's going on? We're trying to get the WoW or World of Warcraft on Battle.net installer started, and then we'll go back to the other portion of the stream while that's downloading. It should be pretty fast because I have decent internet speed. But okay, here we go. So we're gonna go Heroic, huh? Wait, here's a question. So typically, I think on Windows side, when people see this message to send analytics or whatever the heck to companies or Windows, people usually say decline. But I'm curious though, in the Linux community, the Linux community, are they more okay with doing this to help improve, in this case, Heroic or, you know, Bazzite or whatever? Like, if you guys, while using Linux, you saw this, would you click enable or disable? What was your... Oh, I was trying to uninstall Lutris because I think either someone in chat told me to, or also someone on the internet said to do that. Because Lutris is not working for me right now, and that is what was originally recommended to get World of Warcraft. But when I click on this right here, like, nothing happens. It goes into the little loading bouncy icon, and then just nothing. You click disable. Immutable means read-only root system. Is it a flat pack? Lutris is native to Bazzite. We just went through the whole thing. So I went and looked online. People were like, get rid of the flat pack. So I was like, okay, let's try to get rid of it. Oh, wait. This wasn't installed after the fact. It actually comes with Bazzite. Because Bazzite is immutable, people are saying getting rid of something that's pre-installed on it is very difficult or a pain in the butt. But I found another thread that said you can just use Heroic, and someone in chat also said to use Heroic. So I'm not going to go through the rabbit hole of trying to get rid of Lutris. We'll leave it. It doesn't work, whatever. So Damelin says enable. Chris says I click disable. Joe says disable. I disable all analytics on my phone, TV, PC, everything. But this is Linux though. In the end of the day, okay, more people voted disable, so I'm gonna click disable. But let's see, World of Warcraft. Can I just look that up, or wait? Your library is empty. Log in your Epic, GRG, Amazon stores. I gotta log in to what? Epic Games. Wait. Battle.net's not here. Wait, so I'm gonna have to look this up. What are the specs of the PC? Oh my, I always forget the Xeon because I just don't have Xeons memorized in my head. But now we have an RX 6600 8GB in it, as well as 32 gigs of RAM, and then some Xeon E2635 or something like that. Set up Battle.net launcher in Heroic Game Launcher. To install Battle.net on Bazzite using Heroic, download the Windows Battle.net install. Okay, add it as a new game in Heroic. So I need the Windows Battle.net launcher. Okay. I'm just going... I'm assuming the AI overview is right because AI in Linux actually is pretty good. Download for desktop. Alright, we're downloading it. I think. What? Actually, I don't know if we are actually downloading it. Download Battle.net. There it is. I need to link my account to install Logitech. You have to reboot too. Okay, yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Sometimes flat packs require reboot to have them to work. I have that issue from time to time. Yeah, but it's not a flat pack though. Or are you talking about Heroic? It is not detecting Battle.net because of that. So we got that. Okay. And wrote using GE Pro to add it as a new game. Okay, wait. Download it and add it as a new game. So if we were to follow these instructions, I thought, because EXEs aren't going to work here, right? Oh, but wait. Go to library. So we add the game, like the EXE, let's see, Battle.net. Is that how it's going to set it up? Windows to install. Okay, app image, downloads. Wait, it's not an image though. Can we do this? It says to add it as a new game, which I think I'm doing correctly, and run it using GE Proton. After installation, how do I... Oh wait, select executable. That's what we want to do. So, app image. Do we even need this? Oh, when it says image, is it actually talking about like... Sorry. I was thinking image like an ISO, but with an EXE would not have been what needed to go in there. But they're talking about literally like an, I think like an icon image for it. Okay, we don't care about that. Okay, run installer first. Wait, what? GE Proton. Sure, we'll go 34. Does this work? Let's see what happens when we try this. We are just figuring it out as we go along the way. Okay, add it as Heroic, run it. Okay, yep. After installation, it says it's launching. Well, let's see if this works. Add it and use Proton compatibility. These limitations are the downside of an immutable system for power users. Yeah, but I'm definitely not a power user. And I feel like most people, you're talking about gamers, are not power users. So they would likely gravitate towards Bazzite anyways, right? So I think that's just... Wait, is it working? Oh! I'm actually surprised. I thought I would have messed up something because we are playing an executable file, which seems strange, but okay. We continue. It's working. We're installing Battle.net. Something about this for me, it feels like it's going to be temporary, like because we're only playing it, kind of like loading in a CD or a cartridge when you play games on a console, where like as soon as the power shuts off or you close this program, I hope that we don't have to do this again, and that all what we're doing is saved, and I think it would be, otherwise it would have recommended something else. But the fact that we had to play the executable file, it just feels something feels off. Okay, install location. We're gonna install it Uh-oh. Crap. Give me 1 second. I need to install it. Okay. So here's a fun problem. So I have 3 drives in the system, right? I need to install it on this 1 terabyte drive that has 600 gigs free almost. How do I find that here? Because I think the only thing I'm seeing right now is the 128 gig where all the OS files are. Can I go back? Or up a level? How many levels can I go up? No. What up, Jake Dog? Yes. Thank you for checking. I appreciate it. Oh, with the RAM prices? No, prices hasn't really gone down. Every day is Taco Tuesday. Yesterday was Taco Tuesday. If you are still a PC power user, which makes you look at these differently from a complete newcomer, look under the the mount file. This one? We're talking about this one right here, right? I'm just gonna extend all of these. Maybe it's this one. No. Oh, are each of these? Yeah, what are these drives? CSU. I do not have that many things connected to this. So, look, do you... No, I do not see the drive there. I don't see anything under there. I'm clicking on the MNT drive or folder in multiple locations, and it is not doing it here. So here's this one. Nothing there. Oh, wait, what is this? Is this it? Wait. Okay. So I'm seeing a folder that has the names of the drives there, the 1 terabyte Hynix and the inland drive. I just don't like, why is it here in multiple spots? Is it one of these? And maybe that your drive is NTFS or not mounted under Linux. Wait, what? If that was the... I mean, can we check? We're talking about these drives, right? How do we check the details of this? I'm pretty sure we set them up correctly. Was it drive? Disk, manage drives and media. Okay. Come on, is the 1 terabyte doesn't even show up here. But what is on the 1 terabyte? Let me see. The 1 terabyte, I thought we formatted it when we installed it. Oh wait, it's being, you see this? So the 1 terabyte is being recognized almost as if it was like a removable drive. It doesn't have an internal drive icon. It has like a flash drive little icon right here. You didn't check use shared wine prefix? Okay, now is my... if I do that, is that gonna fix it? We're gonna start this over. Play now. We're gonna redo the install. What you said, check use shared wine prefix. Is that gonna fix our drive issue, or is that totally unrelated? Okay, wait. No, that's gonna do the same thing. How do I oh, let's see. Wine prefix. Enable Wayland you said you didn't check use shared wine prefix. Is that supposed to be right here? Or we'll use shared wine prefix. Advanced. Okay. Wine prefix folder. Okay. Am I supposed to enable any of these? It's back where you put the exe in. How do I even get there? Should I delete this? Here, I'm gonna uninstall cause I don't know if I can get back to that menu. Like, honestly. Alright, we're gonna uninstall this. We're gonna uninstall this and we're gonna do it all over again. So, you said use shared wine prefix. Okay. Only use this option if you know what you're doing. I do not know what I'm doing. You just told me to check something that I have no idea. Sharing the same prefix for multiple games can create problems if their dependencies are incompatible. Screw it, we ball. I don't know what I'm doing, but Demolin knows what they're doing, and that's all that matters. Select executable downloads. Okay, we got that. Why can I not? Oh, do I not select a wine version if I have this checked? Okay, yeah, so that... Are you sure I want this checked? Now I can't choose the GE Proton, and this seems like I should not be doing this. What are we doing? We doing some... I don't know what we're doing. I mean, I know what we're attempting to do, but, I'm getting instructions to... Gamelin, I'm gonna follow what you're saying, because you've been in many of these Linux streams and have been helpful. So I believe you could lead me to the promised land. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna call this Battle.net. Oh, cool! It auto-populated an image. That's kind of cool. Okay. But yeah. I'm gonna do this as your suggestion, so I can't choose the wine version. And I'm gonna run the installer first. Sure. That doesn't do anything, but okay, sure. I'm gonna finish. Now we're gonna do this. Wine not found. We found another one. Do you want to continue launching GE Proton 1032? Okay, sure. I'm assuming yes. Listen, just because you delete the program does not mean you delete the program settings. I never installed it to begin with. We didn't even get through the installation, so I never installed anything. All I did was set up the quick launch icon. So I think I'm good. I don't have to fully go in and install or uninstall, you know, whatever the other settings were. So let's continue to try to install this, which I know I'm really dumb and a Linux noob, but I hope this opens the eyes of all you experts out there who says this is like, you know, no, I know most of you guys are reasonable. You're like, you need to spend more time. It's like, bro, people don't have time to be doing this crap. To be honest, I am open-minded. I'm having fun dicking around trying to figure this out, but not everybody has that convenience. Yeah, MNT folder has nothing, guys. All right. I mean, here's what's gonna happen. Either I figure this out on my own off stream, or one of you experts who this should be a walk in the park for walks us all through this. Because if I'm just digging around, we're not gonna have enough time. But if we have someone who knows what they're doing and can actually get us through this, so that if I have to reformat drives, I'll do it. Like, just tell me what I need to do. I just want to get this to work. Mr. Nobe, you are pretending to be stupid to make Linux look bad. How much did Microshit pay you? There's no other reason. So if you delete and reinstall without deleting the settings folders, you will not do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. SWO gotta go. I didn't install anything. I'm trying to install something right now. Your drive may not be recognized, but yes, Linux looks at additional drives as mountable similar to flash drives. Uncheck auto start. What are you talking about? Where was the auto start? Oh, launch. Uncheck that. Okay. Okay, does that matter? Would I be interested in an i5 2300 system? It probably wouldn't be worth it for you to send it this way. Those systems are worth as much as it costs to ship them. You're definitely rage baiting. Yeah, I get that. Just install everything through terminal. I'm not sure if we can do that. Where's Mandolin at? Or not Mandolin, Demolin. But it just works. Oh, you're local? Ooh. Can you shoot details in the Discord server, just like in general chat or something with a picture of it? The thing is, I already have Sandy Bridge, a number of Sandy Bridge systems on hand. I'm guessing it's an office build or something. So I would rather you sell it at that point. I need to look at my inventory, but potentially. Your drive may not be recognized. Okay. Wait. So help me figure out if these drives are formatted correctly, because what is the equivalent of like checking the file format systems and all that? Like the equivalent of, what is it, disk part on Windows? Guys, come on. So we're thinking the drive may not be recognized here, even though it was recognized so we can install Steam games onto and play. I mean, the drive is not recognized even though it's right here. Is that what we're saying? Like, even if the drive is like right here, devices and location. You format it as EX4 should be fine. What is that? I mean, can I check that in terminal? Is list disk oh wait, that's not the right thing. List disk. No, that's not a command. Okay, well, the people who were helping out, either they're trying to figure it out themselves or they went to use the bathroom. So we're gonna have to figure this out. LB, LS, BLK. Okay. This is not telling us. Includes file. Okay, F. So that and then F. Okay. So, geez, which drives are these? I don't think the Hynix 1TB drive is actually here. Yeah. The Hynix drive isn't here. So, okay. Disk, manage disk and media. So, do I need to unplug this Hynix drive and reformat it? I could have sworn. Didn't we do this together as a group? Or did we not? Look at the 128GB in the larger partition for the same. Bazzite is your boot drive. I remember, yeah, see, I thought I remember doing it too. Yeah, we did do it together. So why is the Hynix drive not showing up? Well, my question is, why is it showing up here, but it's not showing up here? That is my question. It's not showing up when we run the command to list all the disks, but it is clearly here, and we clearly have installed games onto it and have played games from it. So what's going on? Is that really a file formatting thing? Both that and your inline are showing extra, as I saw in your search. Yeah, delete system 32. Okay, but the thing is, so are we saying that the 480 gigabyte is set up correctly? Because if that's the case, I'm not even worried about the inland drive showing up correctly, because when we were installing the Battle.net launcher, we still didn't see the 480 gigabyte drive in there to like select to install to, even if it doesn't have enough space. You guys see, like, my worry right now is not about the 1 terabyte Hynix drive. It's that if the other drive that was set up correctly is not even recognized when we do the wine layer or, you know, whatever heroic install. Bro, all you have to do is install Zeebzorb or open Turtle Stank and enable Turbo Sync Nano 7. Super easy, bro. Both that and your inland are showing XT. Okay, but that's correct, right? I am not sure why it's not showing up, which is strange. Well, I mean, I think it's not showing up because I feel like all this, I mean, it probably does have an explanation, but even for experienced users, I think this could be a hiccup for them. So when you bring it down another level to non-experienced user, dumb Windows brain guy, they're like, I don't think I'm going to be able to solve this on stream in a timely manner, because we're already over an hour in the stream and we haven't even started the download yet. So, wait, hold on. He didn't open Turtle Steak. Yeah. Can I just format? But, yeah, it's not even showing up here. New disk. Image, keyboard shortcut, about disk, attached disk files, yeah. If this is the source we're gonna get. If only Lutris worked. If Lutris had worked, it probably would have just worked with no problems, but we had to go and try to use heroic and do all this other stuff. You have to log in, dude. I don't think I have to log in, dude. If I had to log in, it wouldn't have even let me do any of this stuff right here. I don't think logging in is it. And I can't log in because there's no Battle.net login thing here. I would log in if the Battle.net login credentials box was here. But yeah, I know you're trolling. I know. Just clicked on C program. Okay, I'll do that. Oh wait, is it? It's already here. Click on C program. Okay, yep, that is it. C programs. Which disk is this though? It's likely not gonna have enough space, but at least I can install Battle.net and select a different drive. Good thinking. Okay, and then what? Just install here? I don't know if it typically installs to the x86. I don't think it matters. We'll do the x86. Whatever. We're just going to install. It's not going to be on the right drive that I wanted to, but we'll see who cares where the Battle.net launcher is located. I think I should be able to select, once it's set up, I should be able to select a different drive, but we will see. I'm not trolling. I promise Epic Games works just fine for me. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Of course Epic Games work for you. It's native to Heroic. It's already there. We're trying to set up a launcher that is not part of Heroic already. That's the issue. But also, if anyone has any insight as to why Lutris doesn't work, even though it comes pre-installed on Bazzite, I would love to hear. Because it seems like other people have had problems with it online, and it doesn't seem like there is a surefire solution. Okay, let me log into this. I think maybe if this works. Okay. Let me do this real quick. What is my... We did not find an account. What the heck? Oh, because I spelled it wrong. Like a dummy. Okay, this seems to be working so far. Battle.net. Approve. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'm good to share screen. Scan for games. Nothing. Alright. So we are here. Okay. So we're gonna try to install. Hey, it looks... Battle.net is installed, but let's see if we can install this. Okay, change folder. This is where we... Screw it. We ball. I'm about to just install this any freaking where. Yeah, if I type in MNT, nothing comes out. My computer. So you got all these drives. It's gonna say no space. Wait, what? Select folder. Okay, sure. Insufficient space. Why don't I use the launcher that's native to it? Because it doesn't open. What are you talking about? We tried to. And you can't get Lutris on Bazaar. It doesn't show up when you try to search for the flat pack because it is already included in Bazzite. I guess they don't want you to get the flat pack version. I'm just going to select every other, almost every other. Sure, I'm going to install here. Does this work? Nope, not enough space. Well... We know that the disc is here. Steam recognizes it, but for some reason, Heroic is not gonna do it. So I cannot install WoW as we originally intended. Let me go back and just check, just to make sure on Steam, if I wanted to install the best game in the world, Last Claudia, and I selected, hey look, see all the drives are here. So there's, I don't know, something, is it a wine thing or is it a Heroic thing? Something is making it so that the drive is not being detected, but Bazzite seems to see it just fine. And I don't know if I'm buying that it was set up incorrectly when I think we set it up on stream. Damelin remembers so. And it works for all intents and purposes for, like, Steam. So... What's the roundabout explanation for why it wouldn't work for Heroic? Oh, you're right. You're right. Let's reboot the OS. That's always the fix and recommendation. I will show you because I did not show the actual rebooting process. I said I did it because I did, but we need to see it to believe it. So I'm gonna reboot it. And we'll, if this just magically works somehow, oh wait, I didn't restart it after installing Heroic. I think you're right on that one. I did not install the flat pack of Lutris. It comes with Bazzite. I couldn't install it even if I wanted to. I tried to install it by finding it through the bazaar, but it did not show up in the search. I think you would have a much better time on Fedora 43 KDE rather than Bazzite, just my opinion. Wait, what would be so different about it? I think we are getting to the point though where we need to try the next OS, because in terms of this is actually a pretty fun experiment. I thought we pretty much got Bazzite figured out once we got Steam working and games running, but trying to do other launchers and it being this difficult was not on my bingo card. The problem is that everyone in Linux, sorry, just says you're having issues because that distro sucks. You need to swap to X distro and then repeat forever. Yeah, I can see that. Because I go to Fedora, then I run into a problem, then someone else in chat's going to say, you should really try something else. Like, what is the, here, do they have like user count stats? Like, user count of Fedora, what is it, versus Bazzite. I mean, Bazzite's newer, right? Come on, AI, give me some BS answers so I can feel good about myself. Fedora is a major Linux distribution with over 1 million users, where Bazzite is a specialized niche Fedora-based. Okay, Fedora is a function. Okay, they're not going to have about 1.2 million users. Do we think Bazzite is much less than that? What's the benefits of Bazzite over Fedora's? Incredibly user-friendly, yeah. But I'm down to... Should we do Fedora next? What are we doing? Heroic? Alright. This is gonna be it. It's gonna work. The reboot is what is gonna do it. Don't swap distros. Distro watch. Distro watch. Right, the answer is not always just swap. Well, they should all be fine. That's true. Distro watch. Oh wait, is this gonna distribution? Wait, what is this? Hits. Where's Bazzite? Bazzite's here. Fedora's still up even higher. That's like within the last month. Let's look at the last 12 months. These are just the page hit rankings, though. I don't know if this is like. This guy like Steam hardware survey. Kind of useful information, but not... What the heck? Did that not update? How in the last 2025? So, Fedora... Where's Bazzite? Yeah, Bazzite isn't even... It's like way down here. Okay. So, way less popular. File not found. Wait up. Why you just break all of a sudden? I didn't do anything. Wait. Do I gotta set this thing up again? Game not available. What just happened? Settings. That's not it. Alright, we're just gonna uninstall it again. Oh, no! Damn it. Sorry. My brain was in heroic mode. My brain was in heroic mode. We can set that up. That didn't take that long. Though, interesting. Why did it not work all of a sudden? Distro watches to be taken with a grain of salt, but it's still nice to have. Wait, no, that's not what that was. Apply image. Windows, use share wine prefix. Sorry. We cannot find selected. Yes. Come on. Come on. Oh, actually, this also answered our question to see if that drive is now recognized after we rebooted. So this might not have been for nothing, because Battle.net wasn't working anyways. Why did Battle.net not launch? Okay, change. Here we go. What we got? Which disc is this even? I can't even. Okay, it's the same thing. So we're just gonna do it here again. Yeah, I don't think the disc is gonna be recognized. What are the twins doing? They're just upstairs chilling. I don't know if they're eating yet, but yeah. That's how Linux works. Your distro hop in the beginning until you land on something that suits you. That said, Fedora is well supported and has new cutting edge hardware support, and it's not immutable. I mean, so even if we were on Fedora and the same stuff happened, would your suggestion be to, well, I guess we wouldn't even have native Lutris. We would have had to get the flat pack of it. Hannah Montana distro is the only way. My 1 terabyte drive is showing up now. Is it? Did you guys see it? What are we cooking for dinner? Today's Taco Wednesday. We had Taco Tuesday yesterday. We had shrimp and shrimp and fish stick tacos. Fish sticks tacos. Now I gotta redo this again. I gotta relog in. They're gonna think someone's hacking my account because I'm logging in multiple times and needing to re-authenticate. I don't think the 1 terabyte drive was there. Okay, we're good. We're good. No, you did not miss a game. So we rebooted. Skip tour. Got it. Is this it? This isn't it. The 1 terabyte's like completely empty. It wouldn't have all these folders. It was in the file manager where you selected the exe file from the... Oh, that's where it was. Well, yeah, I know. I think it was there the whole time. It's just... Can I, like, go to it and then copy and paste that directory into here? Is that a thing? You know how, like, /C or /D? Can I just type in the... How do I get the directory of it? If I go here, this right here. Oh, what if this works? Nope, it's not there. But if I took this one out... Oh, wait. Does this work? No, wait. A file name cannot do this. New... Can I not make a new... Okay, wait. What? Dude, I'm about to install this in the Steam library folder. Let's go. Not enough space. Why did that not... Oh, that's the inland drive. I think we found it. I think we found it, y'all. Can I take credit for finding that? I think we found it. We did it! It wasn't set up incorrectly. Whoever led us down that rabbit hole path. Yeah, so I think that was just a Windows stupid Windows user thing. I'm used to when you're installing a program at the most highest like directory or root level, you can select your drive right away. That, the way it's organized, I had to go through some, you know, all those root folders that I'm not familiar with the file structure and path of to get to the run media level or whatever, you know, the file path, to then select my drive way down the tree or the path. It wasn't way down there, but I mean, it was down there. Now, I feel like this isn't intuitive, because if it was, I don't think anybody pointed out for me to like look that way. And I'm not blaming anyone in the chat. It's just because it's different when you're watching someone doing something versus if you were sitting here at the keyboard. But I'm also going to say that was definitely not intuitive, right? Like, we would have had somebody in chat, because there's multiple people chiming in and Linux users in here, would have pointed me directly to do that if it was that simple and common sense, right? Yay, Danny. For some reason, they put it under media. I honestly forgot because I haven't had it happen in a while. Now, when you say they, do you mean Bazzite specifically? Like in Fedora, would that have also happened like that? Or is the drive and file structure in Fedora different? Can I take credit for figuring that out using a Windows method? Because the Windows method is to go into your file explorer, copy and paste the directory, and put that into the what's it called, like the input box, and it takes you directly there. I learned that from Windows, not from Linux. Some apps will do this. Okay, so that would have likely have happened on any distro. It's just the way that it was done. Okay, WoW is installing relatively fast. Actually, that's kind of slow. 100 megabytes. Not megabits, 100 megabytes per second. We're already 10% in. I probably can play the game. I gotta change this to this account. I think I can play the game right now. Let's do this. We actually got this done on stream. Linux is not intuitive for native Windows users. Joe P, or no, Birdcase says, I want your opinion on the Steam Deck mode that no signal mode. You have to retrain your brain. Yeah. We're in WoW. Yes. Oh yes. Come on. We're gonna load into Elwyn Forest, because I just benchmarked this. If this comes through. Here, I'm gonna change this real quick, just in case anything pops up. It's connecting. I don't know if it's gonna finish connecting or not. Wait, yeah, it's connecting right now. Linux doesn't want you to do that. It doesn't want you to have suspension of fall. You are emulating Windows, Danny. You have to keep it in Windows file structure under heroic. It's not, 1 second. What is going on? I'm gonna relaunch this because it did not get in. I mean, yeah, so this works. Okay, we're not gonna watch this. It's connecting. I'm gonna let it connect. Log into the game server. Come on. Yes! It worked. I think we're gonna have to keep on downloading more assets because the install is like partially done. It's receiving the characters list. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I don't know who it was that kept on pushing for us to finally install WoW on Linux, but we have done it after some road bumps, mostly due to me being inexperienced. But let's go. You guys have audio? Is the audio coming through? Is it too loud? Okay, let me turn it down. Alright, This should be it. I don't have a WoW sub. I don't know why it said WoW 2 Midnight. I did not buy Midnight and apply it to my account. I bought the collector's edition. But no, I do not carry a WoW sub. So I can only play a level 20 or below character. Oh, wait. Let me... Ooh, I don't know if Mango HUD is gonna... Control R? Alright, my FPS is 60 because... Ooh, we should be able to play at like max settings. Let me take a look at this. We're gonna max that out, turn off VSync, and vertical sync is disabled. Full screen. I think WoW only runs full screen Windows. Yeah, there's no full screen. Okay, okay, we good here. So we are getting. Ooh, this is actually pretty bad. Maybe it's because of that max settings, but you guys see that? Oh, I'm in the way. I am in the way. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. You see the FPS down there? The FPS down here in the corner? So, we're getting like 70 FPS. You can fly at level 10?
Must get closer.
Alright, we're gonna go kill Hogger real quick. I think this isn't too loud. Yeah, I could probably turn it down a little bit. Where's my mounts? Let's see. Nope. Do that. Alright, where are you at, Hogger? There you are. Oh no. Oh no! Uh-oh.
Too far away. I'm out of range.
Okay. They changed the Hogger quest up. Let's go to Westfall. Ooh, I can go to Wolf Form too. 10-year chip. Proud of you. Wait, what? I still have dreams of playing WoW. It's been years. KO, that's called addiction, my friend, while recovering addict, I see. It would be easiest if you would just go watch his video about Fedora, Steam Deck mode. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Things bring back old memories. Yeah, I know, right, Ken? Though, I don't know, man. Seeing Azeroth permanently changed like this from Cataclysm and, any of the other expansions, it just doesn't feel right. Like, this isn't the Westfall that I remember and love. This is an altered Westfall. And I can't play Classic because you have to have a subscription for that, no matter what your character level is. I wonder, can I go to Deadmines and finish it myself? Oh, I just leveled up. I dinged while discovering a new place. New talent points. Damn it. You are making me want to play WoW again. Thanks, Danny, you crack dealer. Hey. I know, right? Oh man, I love this game. I love it so much. Let's go to Stormwind and see how... I mean, Stormwind has been changed for a while, but let's see what our flight path FPS is, plus what our city FPS is. Actually, what is my Hearthstone bound to? The Black Rock Depths? Okay, I don't want to go there. It's because I'm a Dark Iron Dwarf. But I don't know how to get out of the Black Rock Depths if I hearth there. And there's no quick portal. There must be. They wouldn't just... Where's the Griffin Master? What the heck? Oh. He moved up here. This is how little I've played retail WoW. I didn't even know that he's up here now. Or she. Or I guess he.
What can I do for you?
I have a ride fat. Okay, whatever. Stormwind. You cannot take a flight path.
Have a good one.
How am I in combat?
Hey there.
Whatever. You go to Stormwind.
See you later.
I don't think I'm in combat. I think they're not letting me fly to Stormwind because I don't have the assets loaded. Fine. Oh my god, I can't even fly. Screw it. We're hearthing to Blackrock Depths. Not my wish. While Dark Iron Dwarves are traders, though, I know, but they look so cool. Alright, take care, Jopi. Irony is years ago, once I got 2 better PCs, I never touched WoW again. Yeah. Oh, okay, so this is... This is, the Dark Iron Dwarves capital city, I'm guessing. I've never been here. Then oh, I can take this to... I knew it. You can take the mole machine to Stormwind. Haha, I found a workaround. Now it's gonna have to, like... Yep, it doesn't have Stormwind downloaded yet. But the funny thing is, it was already able to download it that quickly. Or at least, where am I? Is this Stormwind? We are in Stormwind. We are in the embassy. Okay. And now, as the game quickly loads, as I try to visit the rest of the city. Wait, how the heck do I get out of this embassy? I think it's this way. Wait, Kale, once I got 2 better PCs, you definitely didn't need the powerful PCs to run WoW, though. WoW runs on 15-year-old hardware to this day very well. We're getting 70 FPS still, not bad. Okay. Where's my toy box? I should have a... This mount looks a little wonky. Oh, here it is. What is my coolest mount that I can show off? My rarest one is probably the Headless Horseman mount. I don't have that much of rare mounts. I never collected mounts like that. Alright, we're going to the auction house. Oh, we're at 40 FPS, getting to the trade district. This is where usually, yeah, more people hang out, more like all the other players and stuff. So 40 FPS here. Look, the goal was to play WoW. We did it. We killed Hogger. I consider this a success. The Longboy mount. Let's check out the auction house. Okay, we're good to go. Let's get Crimson Desert working. Oh, here. No, I want to try this. So I'm going to close out a BattleNet. Close. Exit application. BattleNet is not here, right? So every time I need to go Heroics Launcher. So I'm going to pin this because I want it there. But now, is this going to stop? I'm waiting for this to stop so I can relaunch it to make sure we don't have that same problem as we had earlier. Okay, here we go. So it's bomb. Launch it. Okay, I think we're good. What do you think of YouTubers doing Uber Eats and ordering the same food as the customer and pretend to eat their... What? Doing Uber Eats and ordering the same food as the customer and pretend to eat their food as a prank. I don't even know how that... What is the prank? YouTubers, they are the Uber Eats delivery driver. They're ordering the food. Oh, so a customer orders like a number 5 at McDonald's. They also order number 5 and then eat it. I don't know. That just seems like, I guess if that's for content. There we go. All right, we're good on that front. I want to get Crimson Desert working. So I'm going to launch it. I'll show you what happens when I launch it as I read the chat. Great success. Indeed. I used to play this all the time in Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King era. Yeah. They're right now going through Burning Crusade again, like for the 3rd time. Or no, 1st time, 2nd time. Yeah, I think this is the 3rd time. They're just gonna keep on repeating and recycling it. I think the one with the Pandarans was the last time I played. Yeah, Miss of Pandaria. Oh hey, the way that I played Diablo 4, lol. You played Diablo 4 on Bazzite? How long have you been playing WoW for? I started WoW like 2004. I forgot what month it came out. I started playing the first month or two that it came out. So Crimson Desert does launch. I don't remember if it launched previously. We're going to go in, I guess we'll go to settings. Let me, oh, we're not trying to play at 4K. No. Upscale, we'll turn on FSR. We'll go to quality mode, help the game out a bit. VSync off. Graphics, we'll go to high. I'm not trying to kill this computer. Apply. I'm trying to actually load into the game and be able to play, so I don't want to murder this thing. Okay, we're gonna play, or attempt to play. What's your favorite distro so far? I like Bazzite. I mean, I had no problems with Mint, but I like Bazzite because aesthetically it just looks clean. You know, it's already, you get it, it's in dark mode already, as a cool, nice, like kind of like retro synth background colors, and then it already came with Steam. It is supposed to be catered towards gamers. Hey, we're loading in. Please work. Please work. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. But I've only installed Mint and Bazzite, and we ditched Mint pretty quickly because people wanted me to get Bazzite. So I've only tried two technically, and Mint I only spent like a day and a half on. What computer is this? Not a Lenovo laptop. This is a ThinkStation P520. This game has the most ridiculous loading times though. It is so annoying. WoW is literally older than some of the adults that are here. Yeah, WoW is 22 years old. 2004. I mean, if we don't count alpha or beta, I don't know what years those were. But it launched, I think, Q4 2004. Oh my god, I didn't even do anything, guys. Remember it didn't work 2 weeks ago? I haven't done anything to the settings since. I don't know what my FPS is because I did not turn on the Mango HUD options. Where's my horsey at? Where's my horse? Nope, that's not it. I've already forgotten the keybinds. All right, let's go. Let's go kill some people. This game, I will say, is pretty beautiful though. And it's so like there's too much to do. And the combat control scheme sucks. And the movement is kind of wonky and clunky, but as someone who played hundreds of hours in Black Desert, there's something about this game that draws me to it. Like anywhere you see, you can go basically. What GPU am I using? This is the RX 6600. Hard to recommend if you like Bazzite and want to do some more of the tinkering and have access to your system than Fedora all day. I mean, I would probably be down to use Fedora and then just don't try to like remove stuff. Like I would just use it as if it were immutable. HDZ, I love Crimson Desert. How many hours do you have HDZ in it? I mean, it is the same dev. Yes, it is the same devs as Black Desert, and it was going to be a prequel MMO, and then they pivoted. But that's one of the things I don't like about it, because the movement in it, you feel heavy and clunky compared to other open world, like medieval fantasy themed games. Also, the fact that in the first half of the game, the only thing you fight are bandits is kind of annoying. There's no diversity in enemy types for a while. Okay, and then you can just like throw people too. Or where is he? Like, toss him. You just throw people like off cliffs and stuff. If this is running really smoothly, I wish I had the overlays on. I messed up. Actually, I probably can't... Oh, wait. Those aren't bad guys. I probably can't just add it now. But, let me see. Properties. Oh, did I not put the launch properties on that? Where did I have it on? Oh, Resident Evil. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh wait, how does this work again? No, I just need to put that here. I think that should do it, but I would have to restart. Let me close out of this. Exit. Okay, I got that in there. I don't think I need to run mango juice, but whatever. I'm just gonna open them just in case. Gotta close that. Okay, now when it launches, we should get overlay stuff. Yeah. Multiplayer and DLC it's on the table, so I think that would be really cool. Crimson Desert seems like a very fun game to run around with your friends in. We need to do a 5090 rig and test it out next. There's no way. 5090s for the prices that they're going for, I will never buy one. But if a company wants to send me one for free, I'll take it. But I would never buy a 5090. I would never buy a 5080. There we go. Sweet. That graphics card is wrong. Can I update that? I think I can. And it should update in here. Visual. Yeah, there we go. It was the 2135. Alright. Let's see what our FPS is in game. Thoughts on DLSS 5? I talked about it in the previous stream. I don't think DLSS 5 is as bad as people think it is. I think everyone pushed back on ray tracing, and DLSS won in the first place. And now look at them. I think DLSS 5, people, especially with the feedback, I think Nvidia is actually going to tone back on the like creative freedoms of the AI model or whatever. And I think they're going to take people's feedback into account. I think. Power throttling? What is power throttling? This PSU is like 850 watts. Nothing in this system is that powerful. Okay, so we are getting 70 something FPS. Okay. Oh, let's see, where is the... No, not that. Where's my map? I'm gonna go to the city, where it's gonna be a lot more dense with people and NPCs to see what the FPS is there. Does ray tracing in this game work if you're not in Linux on this GPU? That's a good question. Let's take a look. We can look in the settings. Alright, in the city... Oh boy. You guys seeing that? Look at the... Oh god. Look at the top of the ridge lines of the roof. So you guys see that? It's like transparent almost. Interesting. Yeah, oh, you can even see it here in the in I'm forgetting the word for, not the roof tiles, but well, I guess these would be tiles back in these days. I was thinking of modern roofs, what the word for it is, and I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, oh, okay. It's looking a lot rougher in town. I guess when we were in nature earlier, we didn't have anything really close by except for like landscape stuff, but the buildings, yeah, ooh, especially this one. Look, I will slowly look around at that. Yeah, what you're seeing on the screen, I'm also seeing. This isn't because it's going through the stream. Okay, but you were saying to, oh my god, the menus, the control, where's the settings? Others, here we go. You're saying ray tracing, right? Ray tracing. The way, oh, save and load, they finally separated it. Okay. Volume, wait, resolution, quality high. Wait, I had ray tracing. Wait, turning this option on will enable ray tracing with maximum lighting. Is this the only ray tracing setting here? I cannot enable this. Yeah, I don't think any of this is going to change that. If I, yeah, frame gener. Oh, let's turn on frame generation just to see for fun. So no ray tracing. And the game, did it just crash with me trying to turn on frame generation? I think it might have. The window's still there. We'll see. Maybe it's just thinking. Oh, yeah, it's back. Hey. What's our FPS now? In the city, which we were getting interesting. Shouldn't we be getting, like, closer to double?
Nice food.
The roof shingles, that was the word. Thank you. It is claimed the low ray recount causing the shimmer on items in games. Agree, the whole AI side of it you can turn on or off, so they are complaining for no reason. Let's just wait till it comes out, and then I can go back to the stream and then be like, told you guys, what is going on? What am I stuck on? Is this a AAA studio? Uh-oh. I shot an arrow trying to get free. Okay. Oh, now I'm free. Cool. Oh, goodness. We are dropping frames. Come on. Climb this roof. Alright, let's fly out of here. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. Run, run, run. It's in the... Yeah, well, I could have sworn... The thing is about this game, too, you can't pause. Wait, or can you? I thought it... Oh, no, going to your inventory, it continues going. Okay, wait, yeah, where is the ray tracing stuff? It should be... You're saying there's... It's not a part of the ray regeneration, but it's a part of the ray tracing graphic settings. No. Nope, I'm not seeing it. I wonder if it just turns off because we're on Bazzite. But none of... I know the overlay's in the way, but none of these say ray tracing. Advanced water effect. Reflection of quality. Yeah. Nothing that... Oh, wait. I'm blind. I lied. It's on. It is on. How did I miss that the first time? Let me turn it off. Okay, now ray tracing's off. And we've got 100 FPS. there is a reason to complain. It's because they're spending time that should be spent optimizing something that's not worth the time. You could probably say that about... Okay, there's a shimmering gone now? No, I still see the shimmering in there. Oh god, these guys can climb roofs?
I'll show you.
And you could say the same thing about ray tracing. People at the beginning probably said there's a reason to complain. They shouldn't be wasting time on ray tracing because it's so bad for performance anyways, where you could spend time optimizing other things. And same with DLSS. At first, people were probably like, DLSS looks horrible compared to native. You're wasting time trying to make it better when you could optimize other things. So I don't see how DLSS 5 is going to be any different. Like, of course, the first iteration of it is going to be questionable and potentially sucky, but you got to start somewhere. We spawn in prison. We should be trying to make games more performance friendly, like what they're doing with decompression and assets to AI. That's actually good, but DLSS 5 on the other hand is just generative AI. We should be making games more performance friendly. I think that's on the developers. I think, I'm not sure how much NVIDIA has a hand in that, because obviously they're doing a good enough job for the games that are optimized. So it's not that it's not possible for games to run smoothly and well, because there are games coming out that do. I think that's on the developer more so. Time is it? Okay, it's 7:02. We did 2 things that I wanted to do this stream. We got WoW to work, and we played. And Crimson Desert magically started working. They have had like 3 or 4 updates since. So I'm pretty sure one of those is what fixed it. But there you have it. Okay, let me get back to this camera. I gotta get ready to eat dinner and bath time with the girls. But we can hang out and chat for a bit. Hey, what's up, Joe P? Wait, you already finished dinner? Yeah, we got Crimson Desert to work. I'm not sure if you were around when we started to launch it. And by we got it to work, I mean it magically worked, because Crimson Desert has had multiple patches since like 2 or 3 streams ago when we attempted it. I will still use DLSS 5, says Paddle South. I want to see it in person. I want to see and experience it in person. I also want to run a blind test on people. I think the blind test would be very telling of people who are leading with their eyes versus with like their minds and their I guess their grievances with NVIDIA. The DLSS 5 image looked better. I don't care what people say. It might have looked different. Sure, I will give you that. But if you do like a blind 1,000-person test and you showed the Resident Evil image side by side and say which one looks more realistic or looks quote unquote better, very vaguely, people will pick the DLSS 5 one. That's to say, we're not mentioning the fact that it required 2 5090s to run. It probably runs at low FPS, all that, blah, blah, blah. We're just talking about the image itself. We're going to isolate the different things that we can talk and complain about to just image quality. Not how it performs, none of that. Not how close to the original it looks. Just image quality by itself. I think objectively it looks better. It doesn't mean that it's right though, because if you are changing the artistic vision that was intended, that's not a good thing. If it runs like dog crap, that's not a good thing. If it, I don't know, I guess that's like the 2 biggest talking points that people bring up with regards to DLSS 5. Hey, what's up, Life of Shacks? How's it going? First time catching it live? You are catching the end of the live, but it's going well. On this stream, we talk about mostly PC tech news. We've been messing with Linux recently. That's what we did this stream. And yeah, that kind of stuff. And this is a chance for people to be able to actually talk to me, because it's really hard to talk to a pre-made video that is put on the channel. So here I actually talk to the viewers. We hang out, we chat. Sometimes people ask for advice, or people just ask for opinions and stuff. And we just, you know, as a community, just hang out every single week, same time, same place. HDZ77 says, yep, I thought frame generation just sucked in general because I've only owned AMD cards. But after buying my first NVIDIA card, a 5080, and seeing how smooth it is, I found out frame generation is just bad on AMD cards. Favorite WoW expansion? Vanilla. Does that count? Honestly, here's my WoW history. I played Classic WoW since basically launch until right before Burning Crusade. I did not play original Burning Crusade. I did not pick up WoW again until college during Cataclysm. Then I played... Then I skipped Pandaria. Then I played Warlords of Draenor. Then Legion. Then Battle for Azeroth. Then what was after that? I did not touch... what's the one after that? The one where Sylvanas goes crazy. And then, so I basically haven't really touched the game since, was it Battle for Azeroth? Let me look up all the WoW expansions again. WoW, I cannot believe how many expansions they've had. But my favorite one, I missed the, you know, I missed whatever original Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King was. I went back and played a little bit of TBC during the classic rerun in 2020 or what year? No, 2022 or whatever that was, as well as Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So I did get a chance to finally play those expansions after the fact, but I didn't play them during their heyday. Legion, oh yeah, Shadowlands, that was the one I did not play. I did not play Dragonflight. I got War Within. I tried to play it, but then I was just way too busy. It's way too hard to play at this age now with kids. So I've played less than like half of the WoW expansions, but it's still my favorite game of all time because of vanilla WoW. Classic or original WoW. NVIDIA is a software company that sells hardware too, says Paddle South. I imagine you've heard... Yes, I have heard of lossless scaling. I've actually never played with lossless scaling. Should we play with that on one of these streams? Probably shouldn't do it on the Linux system. Just because, like, I don't think it would be representative of the experience. Unless it's agnostic to OS, then maybe we can. But I don't know. Any Linux people in here that also plays with lossless scaling? But I've personally never touched lossless scaling. I think it's a really cool tech. I have it. But I've never played with it. It doesn't use necessarily AI to scale and use frame generation. It just uses an algorithm, although it's not perfect in some way. It's improvement. And yeah, I don't follow lossless scaling at all, so I have no like concept of how far they could take it and like how much of its true potential is realized right now. Like, are we like only halfway there to what lossless scaling can be in the future, or has it already peaked as to its capabilities and what it can do? But yeah, I think that would probably be fun. I've popped lossless scaling open and dicked around for like 5-10 minutes, but I didn't do anything meaningful with it the time I did open it. Midnight is very fun so far. I got the Midnight Collector's Edition because I collect all the WoW Collector's Edition. I don't have enough shelf space for them. But if I bought... I don't want to open it though. I want to preserve it, so I would have to buy it again to play Midnight. But yeah, I think just right now, I wouldn't have the time. If anything, I would... Because you get all the previous expansions for free... I would probably, if I had time to play WoW right now, I would pay for the subscription and play all the previous content that's not the current one. But then I don't get access to like player housing and stuff, I think. So, but I could go and play some of the other expansions content for free. Not free, without buying the other expansions. Life of Shaq says, I found you through the LAN Party Stories series a couple years back. Love the content you've been pushing out. Thanks. I appreciate it. We do have a fair bit of people who I feel like only care about the LAN Party content versus the other PC stuff. But thanks for stopping by the stream and thanks for following and watching the channel. I love OG WoW and two of the expansions. Never got into WoW online game stuff. Yeah, also NVIDIA other technologies outside of AI that work very well, such as DLAA. There's also a way of fixing shimmering on TAA by using a different technology, MSAA. You mean with Crimson Desert or just in general? And there's workaround for modern games to still use technology despite the fact that most devs make like. Yeah, I played till Warlords had 8 druids all named some form of doggy. Ken, what up, Ken? You still here? I know some people that have said lossless scaling is actually great on Linux. Even more so than on Windows. Interesting. Let's take a look. Can you stack? Can you stack lossless scaling on top of like DLSS or FSR? Like have both enabled and then is it multiplicative or additive? Lossless scaling on Linux is here. So it looks like around the July, August timeframe is when it, I don't know, became available or mainstream on Linux. Lossless scaling works better for me on Linux than on Windows. The exact thing you just said. It does, but it depends on the game. Interesting. Okay. Yes, you can stack it, I believe. Okay, Danny, have you done a video on converting old workstations to modern gaming systems like you did with the P520? I have been really into it lately and have 3 Dell Precision 3630s and 1 5820s. Let's see what's in those. Dell Precision. I haven't done those lately. Just because my video backlog is like almost infinite. There's always something to make a video on. I'm not against it. It's just right now, oh, how much do these go for? Oh my god. Wait. 36. What's the specs of yours? Let's go on eBay. Let's take a look at what these systems cost. Yeah. Dell Precision. Let's take out the 5820. Wow. So if you wanted this tower, okay. Is this it? How come it's not in the title? Oh, here it is. 150 bucks. No HDD. Xeon. Okay, so let me get an idea because I have no idea what Xeon is what. Off the top of my head. So we're talking about a Xeon that came out in... Oh, okay. Q3 18. Wait, 21... Oh, okay. 8060. 6 cores, 12 threads. Max Turbo 4.7. These are pretty good. Pretty good specs. And what's that? 5820 you said? 5820. The only thing is, do these use proprietary motherboards? Or do they have standard connectors? Let me see. Because you have to either buy an adapter or... Okay, let's see. So is everything pretty standard on here? Dell Precision 3630. Okay, RAM. Yeah, everything looks standard. Oh god. This motherboard is $170. The system was $150. Untested though. It does come with 16 gigs of RAM. This would be a pretty good starter. You would need a power supply, a graphics card, and a SSD. But I mean, this Xeon, this is my first time like looking it up, but just looking at the specs, this should be pretty solid. 20, yeah. Let's look up that 5820. I'm down to do content on it, especially right now with how expensive PC gaming is. Oh, this one has a handle. This has a 21. Wait, which one's more powerful? I guess you can get them spec'd with different stuff, but look at this. W2120. 21. Oh wait. So wait, this 5820 looks just like this ThinkStation. If it comes with a, it's like the equivalent. It comes with a W2135. That's what the P520 has in it. But this got a handle though. I don't know. No CPU. Ugh. So what's the best Xeon we can get from this? No RAM, no. Ooh. See, this is kind of pricey though. I'm not sure if I'm as big of a fan of this, even though it has a handle, because for what you're getting, it seems like to do a budget gaming PC out of it, it's gonna cost more. This is already 280. 20. So, oh, this one actually. Oh, it's a bid. I gotta go to buy it now. Sorry, I'm not trying to bid on stuff. Bidding is a waste of time. Bidding is if you want to lose at the last minute because you're too cheap. Okay, buy it now. Yeah, okay, 5820 is the same generation. Yeah, just looking at the CPU, it looked like it. Oh wait, then what about the 36? I forget what generation is the W2135. That was that 2018 as well? 2017. So it's slightly. It has slightly newer process. Oh, but I like this case so much. I would want to pick it over the other one. Let me see what the buy it now price on these are. I might pick this up. I don't know when I can make the video on it. I have a problem. I'm like, oh, I want to do this video, and I buy and spend money on something, and then the video doesn't come out for like 4 months because I have like other stuff I have to get out first. Like this one right here. This one, if I can select this, come on. I want to select it without clicking on it. Dang it. Yeah, so basically with these systems, pick the strongest CPU you can afford because you ain't changing it. So 4 core 4 thread. Yeah, that is not the play. That is not the play at all. i3 8100. Okay, I actually, it only comes with 8 gigs of RAM though. I don't think 8th gen i3s are that bad. I think they're workable for a budget PC. Yeah, too much with no RAM, exactly. Let's keep looking though. Like, look at this one. This hasn't. So for 140, an 8700, 8 gigs of RAM. This is, and it's buy it now. Please be $25 shipping. So it's really 165 plus tax. It's 180 something. Under 200 bucks, you're getting a motherboard. Do they have other ones with... See, the issue is... Actually, I have RAM. But I would want to pick one that comes with the RAM. SSDs, I'm okay with it not coming with. But I think the RAM, I would ideally have it come with. 16 gigs of RAM. Here we go. i5 8500. But it's an i5... This could still game modernly for a budget system. Oof. You're at 200 bucks, yeah. The thing about these towers is, again, you gotta pick like the strongest CPU you can, because there is no upgrade path. So you either get the best Xeon or the i7. And 512 NVMe, no RAM. Yeah. Here we go. 230. 16 gigs of RAM, so it's gonna be DDR4, which is worth right now what, like 80 bucks, and then a motherboard Is the 8700 CPU motherboard combo worth 150 bucks? I know this comes with a case and a power supply as well, but we're probably gonna have to change out the power supply, and the case is nothing to write home about. You can get like $10, $20 cases on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. So the motherboard and CPU really have to, and the RAM have to add up and make up the value of $230, right? This is something where I would probably want to hunt in my local market for, because it's going to be much cheaper than eBay. So people who are like, you know, businesses either shut down or upgrade or whatever, they offload this locally for much cheaper typically. I won't touch a PC with less than a 4-core and 8-thread CPU. Yeah, I agree there. 4-core, 4-thread is no bueno. Yes, Kin, I know these are junk, but at a low enough price, they could be less junk. If these were easily going for $100, I don't think you could call it junk. $100 for this base of a system to add in a power supply, hard drive, or storage and GPU, this will play so many modern games at under $300 that it's not junk at that point. It's very usable. Even if there's no upgrade path, like it will still have a lot of utility if the price is right. But I agree with you, this is too expensive. Maybe good for flipping. I wouldn't say for flipping. I would say not everybody is a grown adult with a job that can afford modern PC parts. This type of system is perfect for kids in high school or younger, or adults who are barely scraping by month to month and just want a PC to use for something and some light gaming, but can't afford to spend upwards of $500-600+ Like putting together a rig for $300 so you can play League of Legends, Counter-Strike, maybe some God of War Ragnarok because that game is so optimized, and some other stuff. I think it's reasonable. Those PCs went for $50 2 years ago. These never went for $50. 2 years ago, I guarantee you these never went for $50. On eBay, at least. Maybe that one lucky Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp ad, that one random person was selling, you could get it. But that was not the going price. Are you kidding me? If these were going for $50, everybody and their moms would have made gaming PCs out of this and made YouTube videos on it. Yeah, exactly. Kids who play Fortnite, Valorant, even Marvel Rivals on these CPUs would run pretty decently. I was running Marvel Rivals on an i7-3770, okay? We're talking about is it 14 or 15-year-old processor? That's the next video coming up this weekend, by the way. An i7-3770K plus RX 580 system. And it is way worse than any of these 8th gen or Xeon systems. And it could play games. Just wait till you see the video. It is ridiculous how long Ivy Bridge and Sandy Bridge is like still pushing. And yes, RX 580 is goated. I agree. It actually did pretty bad in Counter-Strike though. And Dota too for some reason. It can't play League of Legends because it didn't have TPM2, but it could play Dota 2, so I benchmarked that, and it ran like garbage. Either Dota is unoptimized, or the graphics are way more intense than League of Legends. Because, given the same system, you could get like 300 FPS on League of Legends, and on Dota 2, like both max settings, on Dota 2, you'd be at like 150 FPS or something. Like, it just runs way worse. I don't know. I don't play Dota, so I'm not very familiar with it. It was on eBay, but they all had no CPU, no RAM. for $50, then that's not the, you said those PC went for $50 while we were looking at these ones that had CPUs. I think you're backtracking a little bit. Yo, can you rate my little brother's PC? I'm building him Ryzen 5 5500 RTX 2080 OC. That's fine. For your little brother, I'm assuming who is in high school or younger, that should be fine. I do not care if people are going to say that might be a little bit off of a pairing because it's a 5500, but I think that's fine. 5500s are so dirt cheap that they can make sense because they're so dirt cheap, just to get you on the AM4 platform to start off. Then later on, you can maybe get a 5800 X3D for, you know, over the cost of a 7800 X3D. That's how stupid the market is right now. I should sell my 5800 X3D before RAM prices come back down, and then it becomes less valuable. $5,500 is the budget of the budget. Well, the budget of the budget would be like getting a Ryzen 3600 in the used market. But yeah, $5,500 if you're buying it from like Amazon or Newegg, that's about as cheap as you can get, that you should get. Danny, 2/3 of my 3630s came with 850 fully modular PSUs. What? How can... Let me see. Let me look at this just to see. Did it look like this? Or did it have a different app, like a, you know, off-the-shelf consumer grade? Was it OEM PSU or I guess aftermarket? Is this person even gonna specify what the PSU is? They probably won't. Fully functional. I bet I could message them. But it sounds like you got lucky. I feel like that would not be the norm. I feel like people would like strip that out, throw in a crappy PSU, and then sell the PSU for more. Yeah, of course they wouldn't show any of these with the side panel open. Otherwise, we would figure out too much information on it. Yep. No PSU information at all. Sorry. Chat is bugged on full cam, by the way. What do you mean? Uh-oh. Did something break? Oh, yeah, what is going on? Is it bugged or is it just not here? Is it because I have it cut off? Oh yeah, what is going on? Huh, let me update that real quick. I think this will update it. Boom. Yeah. There we go. I think that fixes it. Good call, thank you. That is what I'm saying. If you get the right unit with a better PSU, you don't have to swap the case. You gotta assume you're not gonna get the right unit though, right? It's like if someone was planning a PC build, or like let's just say someone saved money to buy one of these things, I don't think it would be wise to, let's say you only had $400, plan out your entire budget and cross your fingers that you get the right PSU. I would budget in for the worst case scenario, and then if it happens that it comes with a good PSU, then you just saved yourself money. But I don't think you go into buying this assuming you get the 850 watt or better PSU. But I get what you're saying. You could get lucky. I think that that's probably more unlikely than it is likely. That's all I'm saying. What's the price of the 5800 XTD in the US used market? I think it's like $350, which is about how much a 7800 X3D goes for. It's probably more, actually. Let's see, 5800. They might have dropped with all the RAM news recently, but no, not 5800 X3D. Yeah, that's the one. Look, let's look at sold listings. These are the ones that actually sold. People have bought 5800 X3D sold listings. 40. Well, it said best offers. This one is not best offer. 375. Buy it now. Sold. 480. No best offer. $480 on April 8th. Yeah, look at these. 485. No. This is located in China. I'm about to sell my 5800 X3D and 5700 X3D so I can buy a 5080. That would be the best exchange possible, because I bought the 5700 X3D for $140 when that was a thing, and then the 5800 X3D came with the review PC that I got like 3 or 4 years ago. So that would be a wild swap. Aren't they $450 on Amazon? 5800 X3Ds shouldn't be on Amazon unless it's a third-party seller, because they're not produced anymore. 5800 X3Ds, $1,000 on Amazon. You could buy them used for $560. So the market has changed. Look at it! 7800 X3D, $365. This is the madness we're living in. I'd rather buy a new 9850 X3D. Yeah, but then you're going to have to get DDR5 memory, which is more expensive. People are spending these stupid amounts of money on 5800 X3Ds is because they're already invested in the platform and have like 64 to 128 gigabytes of DDR4 that they just are not willing to give up on. So they're going to maximize their socket and use it until all this blows over. Even refurbished prices at Micro Center is crazy. For what? 5800 X3Ds? Let's see. No longer carried. Open box Micro Center. 3 years ago. Okay, that's not what we want to look at. I don't think there's a way for us to look at that. 3 years ago. Yeah. Oh, just in general? Yeah. I just seen the 4TB Crucial T705 I bought for $469 in February is now $834. Yeah. Go to Micro Center's main page and go to refurbished. Refurbish. PC parts. Is it under PC parts? Refurbish. Where is refurb? Am I blind? It says it found one match, but I'm not seeing it. Where the heck is the refurbished at? In the search bar? Oh, like type in refurbish? That's what you mean? refurbished. We're gonna assume Tustin, which I might visit this year. Refurbished. This is all they have at the Tustin location. Oh, computers. Are these all refurbished? I'm not seeing it in the title. Are these? Oh no, refurb. Okay, yeah, it's there. What the heck? Why is it not going through all of them? The find function is kind of bugging out on me. Okay, so we got a bunch of these slim optiplexes. Anything good? Sort by highest price. We'll get the good stuff. Like graphics cards and CPUs and stuff. So you got refurbished builds, 8700F build with a 5070 for $1,500. Anything else? Omen 265F with a 5060 8GB for $1,000. 0 in stock. Okay, we want to find them in stock. Even though it says 0. Even though I put only in stock items available, it still showed me 0 stock. Any graphics cards? Here's another one, 8700G. Integrated graphics system for $700. Nope. Go back and click computer parts. Oh, computer parts. Good call. Oh my god. Why you do this to me? Computer parts, there it is. My UPS just switched on and off real quickly. I don't know what that was about. Maybe, is this space heater pulling too much power? Okay. So we're gonna do now the highest price. Let's see what expensive graphics cards they have here. You can get a 3090. Not really, it's not carried. 3070 Ti for $350. Okay. That's about the price they go for in the used market. And then some motherboards. So many motherboards. 6600 XT, not carried. Not too interesting. Case, which is, you can find so many good cases for $70. I don't know why I would, unless you wanted this specific case. Motherboards though, I would totally pick up these motherboards, man. $80, $90 for B650s? Heck yeah. That's cheaper than you can do on Amazon, open box, renewed. I would take advantage of the motherboard deals. But then the RAM is still expensive, and CPUs somewhat. Micro Center overall is fine. It's just fine to a bit overpriced. Then once a week, they will have the one item be amazingly priced, rinse and repeat. How are the combo deals looking there lately? Like a few weeks ago, they were having some pretty good deals because of the memory combos that basically made everything as if it were normal retail prices pre-memory apocalypse. So it wasn't like a good deal by last year's prices, but it's good today. But is that like always running? They switched the cheapest models to one stick only. Ooh. Actually, who made a video or a short on it? DDR5, single channel, you're fine. I know it's not ideal, but given everything that's going on, like, if I can get a system put together for a reasonable price and have to have a single stick of memory and it still be a single 32 gig kit, or even a single 16 gig stick, that can get you by for gaming at least, then so be it. You did that? No way. Wait, let me see. I did not get fed that. Videos, posts. Oh, I can't look at YouTube Shorts because I have the add-on that gets rid of YouTube Shorts. I thought Bitwit or Jay did that. Let me see. Gaming tests. Or did you do this a while ago? This sounds somewhat familiar. Oh, you did. Yeah, you did this a while ago. No. Okay, I remember this short. Yeah, it's nothing groundbreaking, but I remember specifically. Let me see if it was. I think it was Bitwit. Shorts. Where's the? Oh no! Oh my god! How did I just confuse Bitwit? I think it was Mr. Yeaster. It was Yeaster who did it. The other Chris Yee. What he did? He did some pretty entertaining stuff recently. Like this floppy disk one. Here, let's see if I get copyright claimed for playing this. I thought this one was pretty cool. I don't think you can hear this.
I know it's not the best drawing in the world, but if we were to insert this into our computer, what do you think would happen? Well, if we give it a bit of time, you can see here that the game itself is launching. CS2 is launching from our floppy disk. This is fascinating to me. We can also do the same with other games. This floppy disk, for example, has the Apex logo on it, and so if we insert that into our floppy disk drive here, well, if we give this a second, hopefully Apex Legends launches. It does. I mean, how cool is that? Now, the games themselves aren't stored on the floppy disk. That would require a lot more space, but rather what's happening is that when this is inserted, the computer is basically launching the game from Steam based on what's encoded on here. And it is actually a bit more time. This PC, do you want to see?
But where was, I could have sworn it was like within the last week, unless it was a random short that got fed to me on my phone. So Ant-Man says, how do you get rid of shorts? What the heck? Why does I'm using Firefox? Why does it keep freezing? It's frozen multiple times tonight, whereas my Chrome is just fine. Do I have too many tabs open? I probably do. Yeah, I have like freaking 30 tabs open. Let me close all these. Where is it? Yeah, here you go. He did this. When was this?
This computer may look a little strange, but I promise you it's not as strange as the rest of the setup. If you've ever been curious if you can use a bicycle to manually cool a CPU, well, you're in luck, because
Can you hear this one? Can you hear this mic? See, okay. You guys saw on OBS. My mic is working. Wait. How about now? I'm going to... But when I turn this on, it's double? Yeah, the stream and chat delay is doing me dirty. It's doing me so dirty. Is this it? I bet this is I think I figured it out. Is this doubled? We're doubled right now. Do I want the headphones on? Yes, I'm doubled. There we go. We fixed it. Kind of. Yeah, okay. I think I know what's going on now. The icons on the new OBS audio mixer, they changed it up in one of the recent updates. And I haven't touched it, so it shouldn't have broken, but maybe I misclicked something. Okay, I'm good. So there's like a little speakerphone image and then a headphone image. If the headphone image, which I don't understand, like for a mic, I guess you could do audio out to hear yourself, but then why wouldn't it play to you guys? Anyways, so bad. So you guys didn't hear anything, right? Bath time soon. I thought you were testing dogs hearing above a human audible range. Well, yes, we are good now. You know, every time an audio problem happens, I can never tell who is being honest in the chat and who's trolling, because you guys have trolled me in the past. So even like Akuma, when I saw you earlier, I thought you were trolling because I thought I had it figured out and you were saying it was not working. I don't think you've ever trolled me previously, but because people have trolled me, I've lost trust and faith in all of you guys. Now, anytime audio problems happen, I can never know who's actually giving me the good advice, whether or not the audio is working. But that's not to say, did you guys hear my RAM spiel at all? My RAM spiel, in case I missed it, or in case it was muted, RAM is one of those things where everybody is so critical of what it is, the configuration. You could put your system specs or picture of your PC into Reddit or Twitter or whatever, and you will have people complaining that you don't have fast enough memory and it's going to be detrimental to your performance with regards to either the frequency or the latency, even though those two things Even if you go suboptimal, it will be negligible. People will complain if you're running single or dual channel, which was a thing up until DDR5. Now it is almost negligible. People will complain if you're running single or dual rank memory. Like, you have all these so-called PC experts that think they're know-it-alls and are like the smartest people in the world, where in a blind test, I could give them the most suboptimal RAM configuration, and while they're gaming, they wouldn't be able to tell the difference. I wish I could sneak into these people's homes, turn off their XMP or memory timings, and they wouldn't even know about it for weeks, if not months, until they looked at it and realized it was turned off. Like, the vast majority of people aren't going to be able to tell the difference. Yes, PC elitists, exactly. It's time. Oh, I will bring. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hi. Oh, you so happy. You so happy. Okay, don't go crazy crying. Okay, you just ate, so I can't give you. I can't give you roller coasters. At least that much roller coasters. She got her Toy Story outfit on. Hi. Okay, we go Six Flags. We go Six Flags real fast. We go Six Flags. We go Six Flags. Yeah. This is Six Flags Magic Mountains at home. Woo! Hey-hoo. Woo! Okay, let's see. Bitwit did a short on dual sticks versus single, if anyone wants to check it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bitwit... Yeah, I feel like multiple creators did it within the last week or two. Okay, you want to type? You want to type? Let me unplug the keyboard so you can't do anything. Okay, we type. We typing. We typing. Let's go. Let's go. You're going to strain your neck if you look up that high. Danny breaking and entering now. I wish I could. I wish I could. Okay. It's okay. The keyboards are pretty resilient. They're pretty durable. Who's hyped for Forza? I don't play Forza. I don't like play it regularly, but every time I benchmark it, I find myself spending way more time just because I enjoy just driving around in it. But I'm probably going to get Forza Horizon 6 just for benchmarking purposes. And then I'll end up, anytime I benchmark is when I play it, basically. That's like with a lot of games. Girl. Alright, you gotta get fast typing speeds by the age of 5, okay? You can take Frame Chasers for the hardcore PC hardware expectations. Dude, Frame Chasers... Oh, there's a new person. You guys heard of Threat Interactive? The new, I'm not gonna say PC hardware grifter, because I can't say technically that about, like, PC optimizers and stuff. But, the whole Threat, you guys know Threat Interactive? This dude is basically grifting on hardware optimization, and people are eating it up. The new one's in Japan, it looks cool. Yeah, the new Forza Horizon 6 set in Japan. I wonder if they're going to really embrace like the whole tuner scene in JDM cars. What's wrong, love? And stuff. How loud is this clacking, guys, by the way? But so the whole Threat Interactive thing, the guy Kevin is supposedly a game developer who has never shipped a game in his entire life. Came out of nowhere and is basically what's it called? Throwing shots at like hardware unbox, Gamers Nexus, basically Linus Tech Tips, all of them, calling them shows and stuff for the big companies. He's basically grifting and using the mob mentality that, you know, everyone hates how unoptimized games are, and like upscaling tech and stuff. He's using that to gain followers, essentially. Ears are bleeding. It's loud but adorable, so it's fine. Okay. Hey, we're gonna track. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Don't throw up, okay? I know you just ate, but we'll go slow. This is like... Yeah. 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 This is my favorite thing to do with them. Like their giggles. It warms my heart. Okay, you gotta scream. You gotta make their ears bleed. Is that the guy who had beef with Steve? Yep, Threat Interactive is the guy who had beef with Steve. I watched his stuff. I don't know. To me, I do not like people who basically are assholes. And he is like unapologetically an asshole. And I don't care like what people's justification for it is. That's just not the type of people I vibe with. Like, he also gives me other kind of vibes that I'm not gonna say right now. But yeah, like the dude just seems like a complete asshat, and he seems fake. People have done deep dives on him, and apparently I wonder if he's using AI to come up with his talking points to like scrape the internet of the common talking points when it comes to game optimization, because he has no track record that he knows what he's doing. So I'm convinced Gamers Nexus hasn't played a game in years, says Jason. You mean like Steve specifically, or the whole staff there? I think Steve has said publicly that he hasn't really played games as of recent. It's just all benchmarking. If you don't hate every product and company and act like you hate the hobby, then you're a show. What are we talking about? He lost me on calling Steve a show, lol. Yeah. The dude, I mean, a lot of people are calling him a clown. I only, like, within the last week came across his stuff. And, yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of drama involving him in the upcoming months. Okay. You ready? You ready? Is it bath time? Is it bath time? Here, you can play with the leveler. Ooh, shiny. Just don't eat it. Ugh. Ugh. Do not stick it in your mouth. Do not. Okay, of course. First thing. The baby girl's innocent. She can click all she wants. Toasty Bros makes pretty simple content compared to GN, but at least they're all actual gamers and the overall pretty positive. Yeah, I feel like Toasty Bros is kind of slept on. One of the things that frustrates me is right now in the PC hardware space, it is more hi. It is more incentivizing. Girl, I'm trying to here. Play with my phone for a second. Okay. Is it gonna follow her or no? It's gonna stay on me. Okay. Bye bye, love. I'll see you in a second. But the PC hardware space right now, it is more incentivizing to make content that isn't actually doing anything than it is to do things, right? So one thing I really like about the Toasty Bros is that they do stuff. Like they do PC challenges, they do PC builds. They're like actively doing things. But then there's the channels, as we've talked about, that all they do is regurgitate the hardware news from whatever news outlets, and they get way more views than like the Toasty Bros does, right? And it's same with anybody else in the space, aside from like a select few people. The PC gaming mindset now is they want to watch content on tech drama and tech news about products and rumors and speculation and things that aren't even out yet, or there's not even hard concrete proof of existing, than watching people actually do things with PCs. So it's more incentivizing for me to just say, screw it. I don't want to do PC builds. I don't want to do testing old hardware and all that stuff. I should just go and become the next Gamer Meld or something like that, where I can pump out 7 videos a week, reading Tom's Hardware articles and just reporting that and making negative thumbnails and titles so I can get way more ad money. But I think I would rather quit YouTube than do that. GPU rumor videos every single day, right? Exactly. Like, like how many of these can you really make? And I'm sorry if you enjoy watching this stuff, but like, how many of these can you really make with AI thumbnails, like over and over and over? There's not that much tech news to talk about. Your GPU could be next dead. AMD NVIDIA just solved everything. RX 10,000 series performance is off the charts. Look at this versus a Toasty Bros video and the viewership comparison. And I'm comparing Toasty Bros because they make they actually put a lot of work into their content and they make multiple videos a week. I'm not comparing myself because I only do a video every week or two. So it's not the same. But for people who are actually working hard doing stuff versus reading news that has been broken by other outlets and stuff, like I just can't. But this is what PC enthusiasts are eating up right now. Sad reality is a lot of so-called gamers are the old gossip Karens in the town. And that's essentially what those channels are. It's just background noise for kids who like tech, says Jason. Yeah, I can kind of see that because like people who can't afford hardware, I guess they would rather just hear tech news than watch, you know, people dangle PC parts in front of them they can't afford. But yeah. The thing is, Gamers Nexus hardware box cater for people who activate XMP Expo and game, whereas Frame Chasers tweak their machines within stability limits. The whole Frame Chasers thing, if you look into it, a lot of people call him out for not actually being that knowledgeable for doing those things. And I don't watch his streams and stuff, but I don't know how far he actually tests stability. Like, he can test it just to show that it works on the stream, but for longevity and stability, I've seen a lot of people call him out for like not actually knowing how to do that well. And he used to charge $500 for a PC tuning session, which to me always sounded like way too expensive. You can call me a poor broke boy all you want. When you're spending that much on just tuning the hardware that you already bought, when you could have likely just, I guess it's for people who've already bought the best of the best and there's no more better hardware to buy, then you pay $500 for someone to manually tune your RAM. I guess that could be worth it. But what percentage gains are you really seeing outside of a synthetic benchmark in real world uses? Flashback to GPU shortage, yeah. Wait, there are GPU rumors? Didn't you hear? Apparently there's information on RX 10,000 series GPUs. Frame Chasers makes a new config every Warzone update to test FPS and makes a video. His overclocks are unstable AF. I don't watch his content enough to know. I've only, like, just in looking him up, that's the overall consensus that I have seen. But he does have a pretty dedicated, loyal following. A lot of his followers actually hate Hardware Unboxed and Gamers Nexus because they think that he is way better at PCs, I guess. I don't know. But, like, he's a pretty brash individual himself based on his content. Like, I think part of his personality is being a brash person that's, like, combative. And that's what a lot of his viewers enjoy seeing about it. And again, that's just, like, that's not the type of vibe that I typically have. So, like, I don't jive with that content. It's his culture to be direct like that. I mean, you can be direct in, I don't know, other ways. I'm just saying, there are certain people that I would probably invite to a LAN party. Unfortunately, people like Threat Interactive, and I don't know. Actually, here is one thing I will say. A lot of people's online personas are not the same as their in-person personas. I have actually met individuals that I thought I would not get along with on like just from watching their videos, and they were perfectly fine in person. So if anything, yeah, I guess a lot of people probably I would get along with in real life, and like if I met them at Computex or CES or something, it would be fine. But just their online personalities are a bit much for my like tastes. You're more of a I don't believe in vaccinations type of tech tuber. We love to see it. He's really arrogant, but I think that the arrogance is what people go for. Never heard of Threat. Look up Threat Interactive. Look up Threat Interactive on both YouTube and on Twitter, and you'll be in for a treat. If you don't care about tech drama or tech like personalities, though, then maybe you won't care about it. But I think he's here to stay, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of headlines and drama with him and other channels. HDZ does not like hardware unboxed. They're in the same category as frame chasers for you. The only big tech YouTuber I like is Gamers Nexus because he actually brings detective work, journalism, and tech companies. The hardware unboxed doesn't do like crazy tuning and stuff. I think hardware unboxed brings a lot of useful data to the average person, especially with comparisons to CPUs and GPUs and memory, like basic memory timing. I think for the average PC gamer, I think their info is very digestible. It's long, they have a lot of charts, but if you could, it's way more digestible than I guess some other channels. Threat Interactive's videos are informative. I know, 5 minutes later. All right, I actually got to get going. But just look up Threat Interactive. We can talk about it next week. But yeah, I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. If you do look him up and look up everything about him. Don't just watch his videos. Look up like the Reddit posts, the Twitter posts, and the other video essays about him. And then we can talk about it next week. You guys, have a good night. Thanks for a fun stream. And I'll see you in the Discord server and in the comments of this video coming out this weekend. Bye-bye.